Good evening. Happy Sunday. Hope everyone is well. My name is Therese. I'm the best centre back in the universe. But right now, even the best man needs a bit of a rest. Big shout out to everyone that's kind of wish. Again, injuries happen. Injuries happen. We're going to go straight into this. Again, this is going to be a team ranking. It's just the Prem, no other teams. I'm going to literally go through every single team's. And again, this is just my opinion. It's my opinion. Their strengths and their weaknesses. Just their strengths and the weaknesses. But before we go into that, we will go into the league standings. Right now, league standings: Hollington are first, Catford are second, LSU Masters are third, Independent fourth, Bow Street fifth, Kawuya sixth, Leone Stars seventh, and Sporting Santos eighth. These are the results from Saturday. Catford beating Kawuya 4-1. Independent beating Bow Street Runners 1-0. And Masters beating Leone Stars 4-0. And these are the fixtures coming out. Bow Street versus the Masters. Kawuya versus Santos. And Independent versus Catford. So before we begin, again, this is just my opinion, and my opinion only. Do not get triggered, guys. It's great that we can have these types of conversations regarding Vets football. So again, I'm going to literally go through every single team, their strengths and their weaknesses, and then we'll just kind of keep things moving. Please feel free to put something in the comments if anyone wants to do that. So first, we're going to talk about Santos. Santos, I think Santos' strengths. They literally know this league really, really, really well. They are a band of brothers. They literally turn up to, let's say, 99% of their games. And again, on their day, they can literally give anyone a game. So again, they're a kind of quality team with quality players. I would say this season, and again, I'm going on this season only. They have struggled to get a first 11 out. Definitely struggled to get a first 11 out, and it can, and it's kind of showed, and it's shown in their results. Do I think it's a bit too little, too late? Yes, I do. I genuinely think that if they showed up like they did against Hollington, I heard on like Saturday, I don't think they will be in this predicament. Key players for Santos this season, I'll say Ashley and Cedric. Of course, Cedric's hold-up play, like his movement, absolutely brilliant. And, they need a lot more out of him, though, especially now at the back end of the season. Ash, ever present, willing to play in numerous positions, the unsung hero. Again, he is a person that can galvanize the team. So Cedric and Ashley for Santos. Next team I'm going to talk about, Leone Stars. Leone Stars strengths individually, they have some amazing players. Rash and Obin, just to name but a few. And again, on their day, they can give anyone problems. They've like given Catford problems. They've like given Independent problems. They've, every time you are playing Leone Stars, you have to be on your mettle. I think what's kind of, I'd say, kept them where they are now is what I see from the outside looking in is just organization. They are getting a lot better now, actually, to be fair. But I remember even at the beginning of this season, there were stories of them just rocking up with 9-10 players. not even a warm up, and we just rock on to the pitch. They are like they are trying to remedy that now, and again, if they kind of turn up and they're warm, and especially if they're in a game, they will get stronger and stronger and stronger. So big shout to Leone Stars this season. Key men, Rashid, absolutely quality, either down the left, down the right, or through the center. So tricky. And it's kind of very hard to kind of keep him quiet, especially if Leone Stars are on the ascendancy. And I'll say like the goalkeeper as well. They've got a quality goalkeeper, great movement, great handling. He can read the game really, really, really well. And also Obin as well. We all know what Obin can actually do when he's like firing. Again, he can link up play, create space for others. Yeah, big shout out to Leone Stars. After Leone Stars, let's talk about Kawuya. Kawuya's strengths. Again, they kind of came into the season unbeaten. They kind of have that brotherhood mentality. Of course, Kawuya is just not a football name. It's to kind of honor one of like the fallen soldiers. So literally, there's a reason why they are playing vets, and literally they are playing at football. I would say that their weaknesses in terms of what a lot of people told me yesterday. I think as a collective, just in general, defensively they are like not the best. It's just about taking responsibility of your area, taking responsibility of your player, and if like certain things are not going right, what can you do defensively as a team to make sure it doesn't happen? Key players, I'll say Floss again, left, right, down the center can be absolutely tricky. If he's literally on song, is very, very, very hard to stop. I'm not too sure if Big T is actually still playing for them, because I know that he wasn't there yesterday, and I know that there was rumors that he was going to retire. Well, that's what he said to me a few months ago. So I'm not too sure if he's around. So literally, I can't comment on like someone that wasn't there yesterday, and I've heard that he was teetering on retirement. But again, big shout out to Big Tibbs and Kawuya. The next team I'm going to be talking about is Bow Street Runners. Their strengths, they like have a way of playing, and they do not deviate from that. I think normally they play with a 4-4-2. Again, robust, organized back five, including the keeper. Decent keeper. They're like centre backs are ever present. Again, big shout out to their captain. I don't know his name, but like he plays left side of the kind of centre backs, quality player. And then they've got two willing runners up front that will give anyone issues, especially at their ground. They are prepared to run the channels. They will gamble. They will hunt you down. They will literally smell a mistake and literally try and cling on to that. So, yeah, I would kind of say that. I think their kind of weakness is the fact they can only play one way. They can only play one way. So literally when there's kind of other teams around, can they actually adapt? Do they have I'd say the strength and depth on the bench to actually change a game? And I would say away from home, they don't really travel particularly well. But again, at home, you can't complain. They are definitely a strong outfit. Let's talk about independent strengths. Again, defensively, I think they've got one of like the best back fives in the league. I think I can kind of say that Mel is the best keeper in the league. Great movement, great hands, and again, ever present. Again, big shout out to Nathan, Omar. Again, they know how to just kind of control that back line, and Yeah, would I say Nathan is a centre back? No, I mean, I would like to see him further forward, but I mean, again, if like Nathan is missing, then that's literally a huge hole. I think this season, they're not scoring the goals. They've got Nino, who's absolutely rapid and literally on his day is wicked. Don't know who they play on the other wing, but through the middle, they are missing dash. They are like missing someone that's going to stretch the defense. Someone who can bring people into play. Someone really just to score goals. Literally, they don't have that kind of central number 9 at this moment in time. Let's go to Masters, their strengths. They are the current champions. They are the current champions. They know how to win this league. They've got experienced players that have been there and done it. They've got a really strong management team that literally analyzes every single game. Nothing goes unmissed. And again, I won't say it's a victim of their own success, but they're in a few competitions that can kind of overlap. So again, it's going to be very interesting exactly how they are going to fare with that. In terms of what I've seen this season, in weaknesses, criticisms, etc., they will even honestly say that they didn't have the best start. Of course, losing to Hollington by 5 or 6 doesn't help. And again, it's just finding their feet. It's kind of finding the players' rhythm again, and kind of literally again just kind of making sure that they trust the process. Is it going to be one of those things where even so they've got two games in hand over Hollington, but Hollington will still have the extra point because of the goal difference. It's just now just trying to concentrate and focus on every single game. They can't go on and think about games in the future. They just have to keep grinding out the results. Catford Wanderers. So I would say the strengths, a lot of strengths. The togetherness, like the bond. I can always believe that a team will actually mirror the image of the manager, and that is very present in terms of how we are. Again, we will actually fight for every ball, and especially off the pitch, there's a strong bond there. I'm going to say this word, constructive criticism. Amazing. Big shout out to Wes that will analyze a game and actually analyze someone's performance and kind of literally nitpick and actually look at certain things that other players may not even see. And again, the banter is kind of absolutely great. Big shout to Answer. Let me just say, every time, so Answer and I, before the injury, we used to kind of drive to the ground together, and honestly, it was such a joke, man, such a laugh. We would literally talk about the game, we'll talk about the team, we'll actually talk about everything, and then of course we kind of talk about things outside of football. So big shout to Answer, big shout out to Tony Chin, ever present. Again, shout out to Nana, shout out to everyone behind the scenes. And yeah, it's just been an amazing season. Mathematically, we can't go down, and literally that was I'd say that was mine and that the team's objective, not to get relegated. And now everything else is literally a bonus. So I would say the weakness for this season is, do we have the experience to get things done and get things over the line? You know, let's be honest, like we weren't flavor of the month at the kind of beginning of the season, and actually now, you know, people and yeah, I won't say every like single team, but literally, I'd say like a couple of teams have now given us our like respect, and of course now people are now talking about Catford. There's a kind of literally newfound appreciation in terms of what kind of Nana and like the management guys and of course the players are doing now. It's a different kettle of fish now. Can the players get get certain jobs done? Can like management make the right decisions in the in the right phase of play? We like drew against Bow Street and Leone Stars, and again these like teams, as I've kind of said before, are really really strong teams. But if we're looking to actually do something in this league, we can't drop points. No matter what people say, we cannot drop points. So have we got the experience? Have we kind of got the experience to actually get things done and literally get over the line? We are in a few cup competition, or a couple of cup competitions. And yeah, it's going to be very, very, very interesting at the end of the season. My key player or players, I would say, of course, the ever-present Tony Chin, captain at the, for like Catford. I would say JC. I think JC has kind of gone on that extra level now. For whatever reason, I don't know now. Like he can play with it like a little bit more freedom. I'm not too sure, but he's kind of popping up with goals. He kind of covers like the pitch really, really, really well. Again, just kind of blocking holes. Answer as well, ever present, always like running channels, goals. Same with Steph. Again, ever present, channels, goals. We have people that can pop up and actually score goals now. Again, Seb, Kofi, JP, like we've got players, and again we've got players who are willing to actually sit on the sideline to take their chance. Big shout to JD as well. It is a community. It is a community, and in the WhatsApp group, when we're in person, you can tell everyone everyone's fighting for the same cause. So again, it's going to be very interesting to see exactly where we are going to finish. And right now, top of the league, Hollington. Again, they like know about this league. Amazing players. Again, management with CC and actually Morris. They are actually not top of the division. Just by turning up. They've kind of literally had to play, and they kind of had a really really strong start to the season. And yeah, again, they are the team that everyone is chasing. They are still the team that everyone needs to beat. I would say for like this season, it's going to be very interesting in terms of like a weakness. Well, it's not really like a weakness. It's like going to be very interesting to see how Hollington now react to everyone chasing them down. They've conceded they've conceded 9 goals in 2 games, 5 against Catford and 4 against Santos. So again, defensively as a team, what are they doing off the ball to actually make sure that they are helping out their fellow player? Again, it's going to be backs against the walls now. Now people are looking at them to actually either slip up or literally win by 5 or 6 or 7. Sometimes a 1-0 win, you actually learn a lot more from your team. So it's going to be very, very, very interesting to see how players now perform. Also, as well, key players, I would say Nelson. I know Nelson's playing centre back right now. I'm not too sure it's because of like personnel, but I'd love to see Nelson in a more advanced position. He to can assist, and again, either scores and assists. If you give it, Ainsley time, he will hurt you. He will hurt you. And Brett, Brett scored over 15 goals this season. And I'm not too sure if he was there yesterday, but they need Brett back. And of course, Andre's injured. Wishing him like a speedy recovery. So that is, for me, the breakdown of all the teams. Also, as well, and then we take this off. Big shout out to Highgate Albion that beat Mayfair 8-0. So Highgate will be playing Brentford in the semi-finals of the London Cup. And again, once the finals have been played, then we'll find out exactly where the final will be played. So again, thank you so much for watching. I will be back tomorrow, next week Sunday at 8 o'clock. Thank you for joining.